Yo, nice to have you back on the channel. Hope you're doing great. I think I got a question like 5-6 times now that people recognize that I mod my Windows quite a lot, and I was like not really into showing like this hardcore nerdy stuff that I do on my computer. But now where the question comes in so many times, I was like, let's make a short video where I can show you how I do my little things there on the desk, because we all know Windows is just garbage. It looks terrible. It just looks boring. So what I do most of the time is I switching it up. So in this case, let's show you how this can look. In the end, when we are done with this, you will see kind of this setup. So Windows apps will have a translucent background, and when we close this and we close this here, you see my top bar is also a little bit different. I can see the time and the date and stuff. I can see my data rates, CPU usage, all of these beautiful things, easy access to things. Even if I want to close my computer, I get a nice, you see what I mean. Also, you can see how long I'm on the computer, 5 hours already. So I like this little rising game. Of course, in the back end, we still have Windows, right? But I'm not really using it. If I look for something, I look here. And how I do this is quite simple. We have the top bar, we have the translucent windows, and we have the translucent bar. And then we have the cursor, because my cursor looks also different. So let's start with the cursor. And then also my Spotify looks a little bit different. So let's do that. First of all, the cursor. I will put all the links, link them somewhere up here, so you can get the stuff. For the cursor, I use this pack here. How to install it is all written down here, but you just download that file and then you go in the options. You're looking for cursor, additional mouse settings, and then you get that old window, and here you can go on pointers, and then you can just here browse and find the folder where you have the package downloaded, and then just change them all manually to what you want. I did that here. So this is how you do that. I think a new cursor always really important. It makes the full aesthetic different. Then I would say we have the cursor. Translucent bar. So this bar here, TranslucentTB, you can find that in that Microsoft store even. And then you have it here down, translucent. This is how I like it and how I use it. So in my tutorials down here, you don't have this stupid bar, and that's really simple like this. You just install it, run it, and it's done. So how I do this, let's say you open a shell, and then when you go here, you see it's translucent. Then you can do here a cool thing it stays like this. For this, you go here. Then it's important that you make on this option here for the acrylic material. I don't know how to say that. And then you have to push save. That's important. And then next, you can decide which one you want to change. In this case, we're in the command prompt, right? So you go command prompt, you scroll down to appearance, and then here you can see you can change this, like the look and then the font. I like to use the JetBrains Mono. That's just a mono font that I just love. Then you can make your cursor if you want. And really important here, transparency. You put on 20% and you enable again the material. And then don't forget to push save here. And then you should have it like this. So important. And then you can do that actually with all windows. So if I open this, you see I have this really interesting background here, and I will do this to all of it. And you can do this with this beautiful GitHub page. For GitHub, if you're not used to GitHub, you just go here to releases here, and then you take the newest release and you scroll down till here. And then you just download that zip file here, the 64 zip. When you have this, you have to extract the folder, and I highly recommend making a folder, something like here. It can be not in your C drive, so I don't know, I put it on my second hard drive. Then I just call it Windows modding, and I put all the stuff that I show you, like the cursor files are here. And then you put that here, and you unzip it, of course. You go to release, and you just run this, and then you have these options here. Important is that you install this first, and then you also go to the symbol and also download this. So this is all done. And then when you go here, I highly recommend putting your text into white because it will be something else. And then you push that button here for the blur radius and you push it to 50. Then save everything and everything should be like just nice and blurry now. Okay, and then the top bar of course is a little bit different. For the top bar you go to this beautiful GitHub and then first of all you go down here and you download the JetBrains Mono typo because you will need it and it's always good to have. And then next you go also here to releases, you scroll down and you get that here, the MSI data. Make a new folder in that modding folder that you have, call it something how you want it, top bar or however the thing calls. If you run the exe that you have inside that folder, it will ask you to find a folder. You will give him that folder that you created and then it will just install all of it here. This is what you want. Then you run this application and then nothing will happen to you. This is because you have to go down here in your start menu. First of all, you want to make it on auto start. You make that here. I have it only disabled. You have to enable it. And then you go on get themes. And then you have here some themes. In this case, you just choose one. I choose this one. I install it. You just click here, install. And then you see how up it just reloads the theme and you have it. And then you see now when I go here, I'm definitely not here and I am in Berlin. So if you want to change this data, also really convenient. They give you down here again the option, right click on it and you can open the config file. I like to run and mod my stuff how I want. So I like to have access to config files. You just open this with like a reader of your choice, and you even in the world of AI you can just ask the AI and give all this information just in and ask what to change and how to change and it will tell you. But what we do here now is just we're looking for location. You find it down here and then here in the location there you see it. We are definitely not here. I don't even know where this is. We go in Berlin, file, save. And now when you make this small, you see here, we are in Berlin. So that's that. Spotify, and you want to have it a little bit different. For Spotify, I like that because here my home menu is completely different. I don't get this weird advertisement bullshit with music that I will never click on it. And I get my kind of theme, you know what I like, which color I like and which font I like. So you see this all here. And yeah, if I go here, I have this cool thingy, my music. And if I click on a track, I get everything how I want it. And it asks me what you want to play. And I can do that with nice command lines and shit. So yeah, I really like that. And then I have some mods. How I do that? Quite simple. You go on this beautiful link. Again, I will put it somewhere up here. And I checked all of this and also all of these files I put into a virus scan. Also all of these mods, like I have a lot of mods that take normally like a lot of RAM and shit. I don't like that. I want that my stuff is snappy, you know, and it stays like this because I choose these ones really wisely. I check them all that they take like, I don't know, 0.3 megabytes and something in the task manager. So yeah, it is safe and it don't take you too much RAM. So what you do is you copy the first row here so they get the index. Then you open CMD, you paste in that link and then it will ask you for permission to install some marketplace. You want that, so you say yes. In that case, you just do that. Then he will do some cool hacker thing and download for you this. And already opening my Spotify here. But when you read Spotify is spiced up, you are done. And now when you open Spotify, there will be no change for now, but you're wrong because there is a new button called Marketplace. You will find that next to your home button. And if you go to this Marketplace and you click on it, you will have a new little cool function. You will have extension, themes, snippets, and apps, and the stuff that you have installed. What I have installed is extensions, ad block, so you don't have ads, and a time sleeper because I like it. Down here, you can choose how many tracks, how long, and then just start. Nice for ambient sessions. Themes, I got this one. It's nice. I like it. But yeah, you can do that yourself. And on the snippets, I have the auto hide friends because I don't use it and I don't want it. And then I have rounded images, rounded buttons, and rounded bar. That means, yeah, it rounds me all the things down nice together, and it's cool. Have a look what you like on it. There is random shit, but I mean, this is all about modding, right? So here you go, Spotify in fucking cool with nice themes and a full market spot of nice people. And yeah, here's snippets, cool functions, cool things. No thanks, remove popular sections from homepage, things like this, you know, like, yeah, I love it here. Thanks Spotify, but I have a music taste. Yeah, you can just install the stuff here and it is running. Have in mind with the apps, you can install a little bit more. So you go to a GitHub. I never did that for now, but here you can literally have like really cool statistics that you normally just get in the roundup that they give you once a year. And here you can have it all year long. So you can see what kind of music you're literally changing and listening to. Quite cool. But I just like to, yeah, go on an artist and have all the information that I need, but not too much cluster stuff. I don't need that up there. Like I can still, if I want to see something about the artist, I still see it here, but it is clean and nice. And yeah, I think that's my roundup here. And with this, I have my notes done here. I would say not for everyone, but if you're interested, now you know. And yeah, I hope you're having fun with your new computer setup. Computers are nice. It's cool when you customize them. And yeah, that's for my Windows heads. Have a nice one, and we see us soon. Peace.